Page layout. What do we do with the page layout, Kiran? Setting the page. Rupali, why do we need page layout? Designing the page, right? Apart, in addition to setting the order of the fields, what else can we do with the page layout? Assign different page layouts to different profiles. Yes, one. Make fields mandatory. Remove certain fields. Right? So these are the benefits of using page layout. But the problem with the page layout is that it has very limited options, right? If I want to enter my company's logo, I cannot do that on a page layout. If I want to, enter my uh, some custom text, I cannot enter that thing. If I want to enter a link which is not, so page layout option that we see there, which is available, is basically available only for the data which is there in the object. Any data that I want to bring in, static or dynamic data which is not existing in object, I cannot bring that, right? So now we are actually getting into, so last week we were talking about customization, basic customization. Now we are going to get into the advanced customization. Advanced customization means we will start writing codes for that customization. Okay, start writing programs for that. So as I told you earlier that there are two programming languages which we are gonna work on here. One is Visualforce, one is Apex. Right. So we will start with Visualforce. So as I said earlier, Visualforce is basically a markup language. It's more of a markup language used for designing the interfaces. Okay, and it's similar to HTML. In case you have not worked on HTML, prior to this, you should go to w3schools.com and spend like 2-3 hours there. It should be good enough. You will get an understanding of how HTML tags are used. Subhajit, have you worked on HTML?
Not too extensively.
But do you know basics at least?
Yeah, the tags. Yeah.
The bold, italic. That much we know, right? How to make a text bold. Yeah. So if you want to learn more, it's sorry.
Yeah, that much I know. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I just want to, if you know one single tag in HTML, more than enough for me. I mean, to start off with. Rest you can keep on learning. Apex, we will go, get into Apex later, maybe sometime next week. So, like, there is a tag. Kiran, you have worked on HTML a bit. That's fine. Good. So, if I say, if I write this as HTML, what would it do? It will make this hello bold, right? Instead of V, if I put I, so it will make it italic. So that way there are tags, right, for making it bold, italics, changing the font, making it a hyperlink and all those things. So in case we want to learn a little more, in fact you should spend some time with w3schools.com for your HTML thing, because Visualforce, go to w3schools.com, click on learn HTML and start learning the basic tags and all. Oh, that will be a good thing. So in Visualforce, we do not have tags for everything. Okay, some of the HTML tags are supported on Visualforce, like bold, italic, header. All these tags are supported. Okay, line break, paragraph break. These tags we do not have on Visualforce. We use HTML tags for those, right? So in that manner also, if you want to do good designing on Visualforce, you will need help of HTML tags. So this is one good link where you can actually go and get some idea on that. Second thing, Visualforce has its own tags also, right? But those are for different things. We do not have tags in Visualforce for making it bold and italic. So the Visualforce tags are very specific to Salesforce. How to display data, how to design something which has a look and feel of Salesforce.com. So that is what it has, right? So both the tags, I mean Visualforce tags as well as HTML tags, we will use in our Visualforce pages. Okay. Now, important thing, since we are getting into this programming side of it, very important thing is that we understand how our you know programming part works, or how we plan to learn it. There are two approaches of learning any programming language, or any language rather, not just programming, any language in the world. One is that you start learning it from the basics, spend too much of time in the basics and all, and then that is how we have learned things in college and all. You might have done programming, C++ programming in your college days, but you never liked it, and you do not even remember what we did, right? The reason was that we never did it. We never tried to understand what is the objective of doing it, or what can we achieve doing that, right? Now in our sessions, we are not going to do it that way. Okay, so we will not start from ABCD and all. What we'll do, we will look into the objective, and then we will try to learn the language, right? So for example, if you are forced to learn a language because you are going to France for a week, and you want to learn a few words or a few sentences, that will develop interest, and that would also help you learn it quickly. But if I start from ABCD and all, you will take 3 years to learn French, and by that time you might lose complete interest in that. So that is the thing. We're gonna learn it through the understanding objective point of view, right? So first of all, understand why we need it, what exactly we need out of that language, and then try to do the coding. That is the best way of learning it. Okay, so we'll do the Visualforce thing in the same way. I'll not start talking about each and every tag. Rather, we will look into the requirement, and that way we will fit the tags there, and gradually you will start understanding everything, right? So first thing that we'll do is, as I said, Visualforce is used for designing custom pages. So custom pages are definitely for use for the requirements which cannot be met through our page layout option. Page layout is a declarative method. It has basic options, right? But in case you have requirements which cannot be satisfied with those options, then you will need to get into Visualforce. Okay. So first of all, let's learn. Let's not go into too much of details. Gradually, we'll talk about more about Visualforce. First of all, let us learn how to create a Visualforce page. So it's a separate page, right? Different page. So how do you create it? It's very simple to create a Visualforce page. You have two ways of creating a Visualforce page. One, you can go to setup. Then under setup, you can go to develop. Under develop, you go to pages. So this is the first way of creating a page. Go to setup, develop, pages, and then click on new. So this is one way of creating a new Visualforce page. Setup, develop, pages, and new. Visualforce pages new. This is one way of creating it. Okay, and then you have the option of putting a label and a name and a description of the page, and then write your code here, right? That is one. Another way of creating, usually we do not use this method of creating the Visualforce page. We usually go through another method. So that is, go to the URL, remove everything after salesforce.com, delete everything after salesforce.com, and type apex, APEX, give a slash, and then say V, or whatever page name. It can be ABCD, whatever you want. Okay, go to the URL, remove everything after salesforce.com, then type put a slash apex slash, and then put the page name. So it can be whatever you want to put. Only thing you need to keep in mind is this page name cannot have a special character, and it cannot have a space. So that is what we have to keep in mind. The rest, whatever you want, you can put as a page name. So I'm putting this as a page name V1. Okay, and press enter. Okay, the moment you do this, it will give you an error. What is the error that it gives? Page does not exist. So as of now, we have not created the page, and I was trying to open it from here. That is the reason why it gives error. Okay. So you just need to do one more thing. You need to activate the development mode for current user. Go and activate development mode for current user. How will you do that? Go to setup. Okay, you don't need to go to setup. You can actually go to your my settings. Click on your name and go to my settings, and there click on personal and go to advanced user details. Go to my settings, personal settings, then go to advanced user detail, and there under advanced user detail you have something called development mode. If you go there and click on edit, you would see that there is in the right hand side there is an option called development mode, which is by default turned off. You'll have to turn it on. Check this option on, development mode. Okay. Once you check on this development mode, you can just go and click on save. Now let's repeat the same thing. We have turned on the development mode, saved it. Okay, let me go back and do the same thing, whatever we did. Remove everything after salesforce.com/apex/page name. I call it V1. Press enter. We get the error now again it gives the error, but this time the error is a little different. What is the difference in the last error and this error? What is the difference between the error that we got last time and this error? Create page option is there, right?
Yes, the last time this page, so now it's giving me an option to create
page, right? So last time it just gave an error that it does not exist. But since we have enabled the development mode on this, then it allows you to do the development on the run, right? So even if the page does not exist, since the development mode is on, so it gives you an option to create the page. So we can just say okay, create it. So practically we always create a page from here, and you will see why we created from here. I'll show you. When you create a page from here, it straight away shows you the page, how the page is going to look. So this is your new page, which has a small text. Congratulations, this is your new page, right? So the moment you create the page here, since this is a development mode, you can create the page and you can simultaneously see how exactly that page looks. So and at the bottom, if you see you have this page editor window. You can just click on this page editor, click on this, it will open up and it shows you the code. So here is the code in the page editor at the bottom, and here is the actual page, right? So this is the reason why we created on a through a development mode, because you can be creating the page and parallelly you can be looking into what sort of page is being designed. You can try to design it the way you want. Got it? So here is the editor, here is the page. Correct? Now whatever you want, congratulations and hello. So whatever you want to put here, just put your content in the editor, and that will reflect you on the actual page. And click on save. You want to do a line break. See, H1 is an HTML tag. This is a comment. I'm removing the comment. Line break is also an HTML tag. right? Now let's look into the code, the basic code that we have. We have just typed congratulations